separator. I don't know, indent. I don't know. Just
well,
weird.
thank you for finally clearing that up, because I've always wondered what the heck was going on with them.
Alright. What's Gusty taste like? This is another level that's just asking a question. Okay, what does this enemy taste like? What does that
Probably
enemy taste
water.
like? Gusty's just kind of like this wind thing that's really annoying, actually.
Water.
Because he flies all over the place and water.
He looks like he's more like gelatin.
He looks like a bag.
Yeah, there we
A
go.
flying bag.
Plastic
Okay.
bag caught in the wind.
When Walmart says they recycle all your bags, they just throw them in Yoshi's Island in this level, actually.
You just take a whole truck full of them to some random forest and dump them.
Exactly. And then they all fly over here. So yeah,
They all
Yoshi's eating.
mutate and become these guys.
Yeah, what they didn't tell you is they dumped them right near a radioactive nuclear power plant. And then that's why they all mutate.
And they all have
get
happy
happy.
places. There we go. But this section doesn't have anything extra really of a significance, but I mean, as I'm showing here, Gusty is really easy to eat, stock up on eggs. That's like their big purpose, other than being really annoying.
Why do the logs look like giant eclairs?
Eclairs.
Oh.
They look like
I'm hungry
eclairs.
now.
They look like donuts because you got the frosting. And they look like eclairs.
Moldy eclairs.
Moldy eclairs.
Green
but I'm
frosted
still
eclairs.
hungry.
Ooh, leprechaun eclairs or green frosting, mint flavored eclairs.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Leprechaun flavored eclair.
There you
Oh
go.
my gosh, I wouldn't eat that.
Gosh. This level is actually kind of interesting because the name of this level is What's Gusty Taste Like, and that's actually the last outdoor area in the level. The rest of this level is a cave level.
Okay.
A little bit of a stark contrast. The level is named entirely just after the intro, and now we're just in a cave for the rest of the level.
Got lazy.
Maybe the levels weren't originally going to have names. Then, like the day before release, they're like, "Hey, go make up some names. Go make up some names for all these levels." So the guy just kind of played the first minute of each level and then made up a random name.
Well, that would explain why the first level is called Make Eggs, Throw Eggs.
Hey, it's the same guy that did Super Paper Mario. Except
was
he
him
did
in
it
his
the whole
younger
entire
years.
game.
Oh, goodness gracious. So you're telling me all that time he spent maturing at Nintendo between this game and Super Paper Mario didn't help him at all?
No.
He did not grow at all. His skills did not get better. He still just gives really stupid names to levels and things.
I said before, the guy needs to be drug out in the street and shot.
You're so nice.
No, that's Garfield, and I like Garfield's saying. He said that in Saturday morning cartoons. And people talk about gun violence now. Garfield was killing people in the streets. He said it to Binky. I think that's why he hated Binky. It was like an episode where he hated Binky, and he said, people like that should... And then he did with the disc jockeys, too. He said disc jockeys should be drug out in the street and shot.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
We're about to run into a new enemy here. Earlier in Castle 1A, I mentioned an enemy that's essentially a blarg, but I called him a blarg. He's technically an Enut or Enut or however the hell you pronounce it. It's
A
never
nut.
a word I've been able to.
A
Nut.
nut.
Thank you.
We're just
Nuts.
gonna call it a nut.
Just call him Nutty
And
Buddy.
These are
Nutty
Nep-Enuts.
buddy.
And Nep-Enuts are different. They appear in water levels instead of lava levels. They hurt just like the regular Enuts, but they'll chase after you. And the lava Enuts will not chase after you.
You can call him
Just
Gumdrops.
one
Or like Dob or Dots. We can call him Dottie. Ooh, Dottie!
Okay. Interesting to note here is that I've already got all 20 red coins in this level, and there's still plenty of level to go. So they didn't necessarily do a wonderful job on red coin distribution in this level, but what do I know?
Yeah, that's really weird. Like, some of the coins around here, I don't know why they placed... Because I know that the cave you just went into, there were a ton of red coins in one spot there.
Mm-hmm.
That was very weird.
Here we go, let's go ahead and stock up some eggs on some of these lantern ghosts. I think they're specifically just called lantern ghosts, even though they look like, you know, kind of shy guy.
Another pipe you can actually go into.
Mm-hmm. This kind of was just about just tall pipes with monster spawners inside. Good times. Then I can understand later in the game when there's a lot of pipes, every pipe takes you down into a monster spawner. That'd be really monotonous. So we saw the ice watermelon in an earlier level, and this is the regular watermelon. It acts kind of like a machine gun. It's even inaccurate like a machine gun. But I love it for that reason.
A machine gun watermelon.
Yes.
What?
Nom 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 nom.
So yeah, Yoshi spits out all the seeds, kind of like a machine gun.
What is this, fucking Looney Tunes?
You missed. Oh. You
Oh,
let
goodness
one
gracious.
fall and didn't use it.
I didn't use all the watermelons. We got another Moltank section here.
So many of these.
Mm-hmm. Here we go, now do I? Okay, I go to the right first. Now that specific Moltank bubble actually does not respawn, so you want to get your butt up to the key over here. And you might be thinking, oh gosh, there's all those coins over there, in case you didn't get all the red coins in this level. But, as I mentioned earlier, we already got all the red keys in this level. That's
Coins,
the regular
not
key.
keys.
Coin, thank
The
you.
red key.
The red key. The key to unlock the minigame up here that we just ran past when we were Super Baby Mario. And this will let us play throwing balloons. This game again. Now this game is going to show off what happens when the bandit starts with the balloon. And curse this bandit to decide to make a mistake. And at that point I looked at the bar and looked at the bar after he made a mistake. I'm thinking, okay, if I wait till 5 and then immediately throw it afterwards, I should be able to get this. So let's see if I do that. Once again, wait for 5 errors,
Calling
and then I'm
notes.
just gonna throw it immediately. Here we go, and
So close.
Damn you, bandit! I should have thrown it at the very end of the 4th bar, not the 5th bar. If he tosses it like right away or pretty quick, you're usually able to wait till 2/3 to half of the bar after the 5th error. But that, if he makes an error, it just messes up my timing. Because I want to wait till the 5th error and then throw it. In that situation, I shouldn't have done that.
So what would you have won if you had tried again?
A various item. I forgot exactly what items that game gives you. I'm going to pick up the Moltank again, because I'm about to show off something that a lot of you probably didn't know, because it is interesting. We're going to go to the left instead of the right, because what appears to be suicide is actually a secret.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes, right now we're on the ceiling at the bottom of the stage, probably right next to the instant death line, and that leads us to here.
Wow.
This,
I don't know, what-
this is worth a one.
What you gotta do is you gotta go, Reeeaally.
That's really cool. Wow.
It is. It is only worth a 1-up, but if you've ever played this game before and saw that area and wondering how the hell do I make it to the area, that is how. Like you make it to here and you're wondering how the hell do I make it to that area over there? Especially if you haven't been to that Nep-Enut area and you think that's where all the red coins are.
No clip.
There we go.
You hit the exclamation mark switch. Before we went to that area with the water enemy guy that no one knows how to pronounce. There was another red arrow. What was that all about?
I couldn't tell you. They both lead to the exact same area, so...
Really?
Mm-hmm.
One of them like a glitch that they brought to take out or something?
I actually couldn't tell you. That's a very good question. I mean, really, the best questions are the ones I can't flat out answer, because then maybe somebody with greater
You
insight in this game could answer.
one.
And yes, I missed a flower.
The panic begins to figure out where the heck it was.
Panic, engage. Oh no, I missed a flower. Where is it? So I think, well, maybe if I roll the boulder like I'm supposed to, like roll over all the enemies, the flower will emerge. It happens before. Sometimes these boulders reveal bubble clouds. So I'm thinking maybe that's where the flower is. Let's go ahead and try that out. Roll over all the enemies, and nope, no flower.
What's with that block?
I will show that off in a little bit, actually. Another very astute question. That one I'm able to answer, though. So, this flower, I can't believe I missed, actually, when I show you where it is. It is just right there.
Oh my god.
How did I miss that? That was exactly what I was thinking right here. How did I miss that? Okay. That's very strange. The goal is coming up, by the way. Are we all ready for a proper goal?
Yes.
Alright. And 3, 2, 1, go!
I'm not doing this challenge this time.
Aww. No more lives, even though he has, what, 50?
No more scratch card.
Yeah, I didn't get the bonus game this time, so nah, no scratch card, which is what I probably would have gotten. But you did bring up a good question. What was that
3
block
up,
right next
like
to the
you
goal?
need it.
This game might as well give me the 50 up that I need. Alright, so we're going to go head back into the level. And if you see that star down below, the star that turned us into Super Baby Mario, it is actually able to kind of steer off to the left and just kind of go off to the left. We're not able to eat it. We have to actually touch it to turn into Super Baby Mario. If you just follow it off, follow it a little bit, follow it off. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I can't brain today.
See it off, yeah. Herp derp derp.
There we go. All the way to... there's going to be a point where it's going to bounce back to the right, and it's at that point that we're going to want to pick it up. It's about right there. Pick it up there, and then haul ass. Haul ass. Haul ass. Really, really quickly. They intended for you to wait all the way there because there's another star right there, and there's none earlier than that. So by doing that, we're actually able to go through basically the rest of the level as Super Baby Mario, and make it all the way to that block at the end, right here. Which is just a coin block.
Really?
It gives you an infinite supply of coins as long as you're Super Baby Mario. Plus stars.
Is there any other
occasionally.
spot in the game where you can do this?
Yes.
It's kind of like the one
I think
level in Super Mario World where basically you turn all the Koopas into silver coins and just go, 99 lives are now mine.
Except in that game, when you turn it off, you go back to 4, which always makes me really angry.
Well, that's why
I
you go
hate
back.
games that do that.
That's why you go back to the level, or no, or you go as does the 2-player fix work for that, or did they end up fixing that? That's when you go 2-player and you give all your lives to Luigi.
So you can play as just Luigi and nothing but
Yep,
Luigi?
because he keeps lives, I think, or something like that. Isn't there a glitch like that?
I don't know.
I don't
Oh my
know.
gosh, I have to try this. I'm surprised I don't even know this with how much I've played that game with 2 people.
Wait, what?
Alright,
You do know about
So-
the level. I don't remember the name of the level. It's actually near the top of the map. It's by the water, little mini water castle. It's in the cave secret. It's like one of the cave secrets.
Yeah, there's a whole row of spinies, and when you hit the silver P-switch...
No,
silver
it's not the
coins all over
spinies. It's you actually take the
Oh,
silver P-switch
yeah,
back to the
that's
level
right.
to the Koopas,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
then
you're
you
right,
do
you're
it.
right.
The flying
That's
Koopas give
right.
it to you, and then you get like 20 lives each run. Or
I
30.
forgot about that. Yeah, the beginning of the
Oh.
level. And then in that level, too, also, if you fly up, I'm pretty sure there's a 3-up moon in the clouds.
Yes, there is a 3-up moon somewhere in the clouds. So yeah, so technically if you did that and got all the silver coins, you'd be good.
I do have good news for you. This game does save your current life count. So if you turn off the system, turn it back on, and continue your game, you will have the same life as you had before.
Does this game have 3-up moons?
No.
No.
It does not. So, those ghosts up there, they just... Their name is a big blah. Or blue blah, specifically. They remind me of an enemy in Luigi's Mansion. Oh, take a look at what this Shy Guy's just rolling. Rolling and rolling.
Speaking
There we
of
go.
Luigi's Mansion,
I was
Oh, yes.
gonna say, yeah, it recently came out with a new sequel.
Yes, Luigi's Mansion now has an actual sequel, and I'll admit I haven't had time to pick it up and play it, but it is a game. I've heard good things about it, so I do want to pick it up.
Yeah, cool.
I was reading articles on it. It's not bad. Too bad I'll never
good to
play
hear.
it unless I'm over by Miles' house. Then I might play it.
I haven't bought it yet. I chose Mystery Dungeon for now. But I will later.
So I suppose might as well kind of cover this level. We're in Bigger Boo's Fort, and obviously the theme of this level, it has a lot of Boo enemies. Like it had the Shy Guy Boos, Bigger Boos. And the idea behind the Boos is that they work just like Super Mario World Boos, actually, but you're actually able to kill them if you egg bank off a wall. That is, if you hit them with an egg while they're chasing after you, you'll kill them. The thing is, they'll only chase after you if your back's to them. So that's why you usually do it with an egg bank. Not saying it's impossible to do it without an egg bank, but that's usually the easiest way to do it. Here we go. Here's some of those more blue blahs.
Can't kill
Yeah,
it?
They're really goofy looking things.
they are goofy looking. They look like they look like one of the monsters in Luigi's Mansion, which is why I pointed out.
Actually, it looks like one of the monsters from Ghostbusters. It's like one of the ghosts from Ghostbusters. It's
Slimer?
no, not
Look at
really
this
like
area.
Slimer.
Well,
It's one.
even though, yeah, because Slimer's kind of green. Even though
Of
he
note,
does
I
have a
think this-
goofy smile.
I do think this is the first area of the game that kind of has the slightly different perspective. That is, we're not directly on the ground, and it looks like the ground's kind of tilted because we're looking instead of like directly at Yoshi. At
How
from
is that
two-dimensional.
log not burning?
I don't know, but this room has a slightly different perspective. The game doesn't use it too often, but it's kind of interesting when it does. It's a tilted perspective, is what I was trying to say. A skewed perspective. The ground isn't exactly the ground.
That was a very bizarre room.
RPG perspective.
RPG, there we go. That's a good term for it. And then this room here just has a whole lot of boos. And for example, that's actually a line of boos behind a big boo. And oh, come on, egg bank, come on! Oh,
Fail.
Goodness gracious,
Fail.
the 5th egg!
4 and 1.
The 5th egg! Alright, now if we're observant, we're able to go above the level. Hooray!
That was bothering me. I'm happy you went up there.
Yeah, that door that we saw at the beginning of the room, it's like, can you get in there, Milesluigi? I'm pretty confident you can. Yes, you can. It kind of gets us into this bonus-like area, which is kind of awkward.
Why is Yoshi radioactive?
Beats me. Of interest in this room is specifically that flower up there. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of outline coins that'll activate once I press the switch, but there's these boo balloon enemies.
That's
and
what I was gonna say. They look like balloons and boos.
Yes. And the blind boo. And the blind boo just charges, and sometimes he'll charge right into you. And gosh darn it, Shy Guy Boo. But as long as you steer clear of him, he shouldn't be too great of a threat.
Outline... Sorry?
Wait, you first.
I was gonna say, outline coins always really bother me now, because after playing New Super Mario Bros., outline coins is just after you touch them, the coins for some reason become visible. I remember the first time I played New Super Mario Bros., I was like, oh, maybe I have to hit the P-switch, and I'm like, oh, they just kind of appear when you touch them, so it's kind of weird how they did that with the coins.
You gotta go over the same area twice. Now, what I'm showing here is there's this area kind of to the left of that door. It leads to nowhere. You're able to make to the leftmost side of the room on the ceiling, and that's it.
What about the rightmost?
You could do that too, but it does end. Nothing secret to the right. Or if there is something secret to the right, it doesn't count towards 100 score.
Oh, look at this.
Woohoo! This is probably one of my favorite platforms to play on, because look at us go!
Super effects.
These platforms are a little strange when you're running on them, because it's like 2D physics coming from a 3D object. Here we go, here is the boss, which is, adequately, a big boo.
I was gonna say, that's kind of obvious.
And if you remember the name of this level, it was Bigger Boo's Fort. So this Big Boo is Bigger Boo. He is the Alpha Boo, I guess you could call him. Thankfully, he goes
getting
down.
fat.
He goes down just like all the other Big Boos. Rebound eggs. I do believe you do get hurt if you do run into him, and since he grows really big, he becomes really fat. The biggest danger in this level actually is your supply of eggs, which comes from the bats, because it's pretty easy to just randomly run into one of the bats, and that's no good. Basically, if you get hit during a boss fight, you have to restart the boss fight in order to get 100 score, because part of your score comes from those stars and 30 health.
Can you not press select in the boss fight?
You said score or something like that.
Score. Thank you. No, you basically have to commit suicide because you can't return back to the main menu for until after you beat a level. I suppose if you beat a level, you could return back to the main menu, but then you run into another problem that you'll start at the beginning of the level instead of the midway point.
Oh, but I meant, can you use items in the boss battle?
No.
Oh, okay.
They get disabled during boss battles. Thank you for that. I completely forgot about that aspect. Items get completely disabled during boss battles. But that is the first 4 levels of World 2. I almost said first 2 levels. World 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4.
You are so derpy today.
Blah.
That was a long 4 levels, though.
Yeah, it was. So, on the next episodes of Let's Play Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, we're going to take care of the latter half of World 2. In particular, note 2-7 is actually quite a lengthy level, and it's kind of a funny level, and you'll see why when we make it there. And I think that about does it for notable levels, although if memory is serving me... 2-5 and 2-7 have the new transformations, so we're going to see Yoshi turning into something that's not a helicopter or a mole tank or a submarine.
Crap.
Yes. Yes. So next week, new transformations. Look forward to those.
New Digi-Evolutions, guys.
For until then, our cast of characters, which includes Milesluigi,
Have a Pop-Tart.
Kiritora.
And Higsby?
we all bid you farewell.
Free
Adieu.
well. Free well. We bid you free well.
We speak English. That's impossible.
No!
See you all next time, everyone.
Sorry. Bye.